What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Weekly Wizard Podcast. I'm Brett with my co-host Warren. We're
starting?
We're talking comics, baby. A couple things right off the bat. Today we're going to be talking about comic news. We're going to be talking about our weekly reads, and then we're going to touch on Moonknight Episode 2, which...
Was I supposed to read comic books?
No, you're going to be fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't even need
I never read comic
in your
books.
entire life. Yep, you don't even
never read a comic book in my life.
And that's totally fine. But guys, if you're liking what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe this video, this channel, okay? There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff coming up on this channel, and I'm really excited about a lot of stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes. We've been talking about. It's going to be awesome. But before we really dive into it, guys, today marks our 20th episode of the Weekly Wizard Podcast.
20? That's a lot.
It's kind of dope, man.
20.
That's 5 months.
That's quite a while. Yeah.
It's been crazy.
It's been crazy.
Thank you all for sticking with us for this long, okay? And if you're new, welcome to the family, okay? In honor of our 20th episode, we're doing a giveaway. Woo! If I could drop, I wish we should have had confetti fall from this.
You're cleaning it.
I mean, they were fair. You know what? Worth it. So for our 20th episode, as a thank you to you guys, and just to kind of celebrate this, this little mini milestone, we're doing a giveaway of this right here. House of X, number 3, graded at a 9.6 CGC.
What cover is that?
This is Pepe Larraz.
Pepe Larraz. Okay.
The Virgin edition.
Yeah.
There's so much glare.
Beautiful.
Look at that. Look at it. So, all you have to do to be entered to win this is comment down below the word X-Men. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Put X-Men down in the comment section below. We're gonna pick a random comment, and we're gonna give this bad boy away. Okay, to you guys as a thank you, and just to again celebrate this little mini milestone of ours. So thank you guys for sticking with us.
I just want to throw out there that is a 1 in 100 variant. That's pretty dope. So
You're welcome.
if you don't know how the extended variants work, that means that the store that got that had to order 100 copies.
That's a lot of copies.
House of X3. I almost never order 100 copies of a comic book.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
To get one copy of that comic book. And it came out at 9.6. It's pretty sick.
I mean, all you gotta do, like, subscribe, comment X-Men down in the comment section, guys. It's gonna be crazy. So,
You know my copy of that comic book? I have the Scotty Young cover.
yeah, I bet it's dope, isn't it?
It's this one right here. Professor X is talking to Iceman, and Iceman is saying, "What? You said you can wear whatever we want now." And his head is a cube. It's pretty awesome. I love Scotty Young.
His little baby covers on all the X-Men stuff has been awesome. So let's get into it. Let's talk comic news, guys. This is what popped off or caught the attention of a lot of people this week.
What happened this week?
First and foremost, Captain America #1 sold for $3.1 million.
What was it? It wasn't a 9.2 or something like that.
It was say 9.6.
Was it? You sure?
I mean, look at that. I'm pretty sure it was a 9.6.
I didn't know 9.6
or maybe that's
existed
the
of that.
Superman of the.
No,
Either way.
the Superman was an 8.0.
Okay, then the Cap was pretty sure it was a 9.6. So yeah, wow. I mean, so Captain America jumps up there with the big dog, because for so long it was Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Those were the big three that were. I mean, that would
That was
sell
a
for
9.4. We were
9.4.
right. It was
We were
right
right in
in
the
the
middle.
Of us, yeah. God, that's insane. Do you know what year this book came out?
So long ago.
This book came out in 1939. How do you have a 9.4?
I know.
From
dude, that's
19
insane.
No, 1941. My bad. 1941.
That's still,
No, I mean,
yeah, that's still insane, man.
that is an 80-year-old book. and back then, the covers were like made of toilet paper. Like these things just disintegrated.
I think it speaks to two things. It speaks to the quality of the book itself, but it also speaks to the quality of the case that the book is in. Like,
yeah.
That's, I mean, because, I mean, has that book been recapsulated? We don't know. Has it been in the same case for...
Wow, this book has writing on the cover of it.
Still a 9.4.
That's crazy. This doesn't. I mean,
I guess
I have a feeling that old books like this, they give leeway.
Oh,
I've always thought that.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
but I guess as long as there isn't like an indent from the writing.
I mean,
you
it
know
looks
what I
like
mean?
it was done with an ink pen. Like this is the book.
Yeah, I see it. Wow,
it's pretty crazy. I have a feeling that they give leeway. I mean, the spine on this looks gorgeous.
That's awesome.
You can tell that the pages are off white, but off white to white pages. I mean, a 80-year-old book. I mean, you can't expect white pages, right? I mean,
congratulations to Captain America.
Here I am nitpicking this book, but this book is beautiful.
So yeah, that's crazy. 3.1 mil. That's insane.
Cat punching Hitler, man. I mean, that's
such an amazing cover. Yeah. And then Superman decided to, kind of, I don't know. I guess kind of mark his dominance.
Hold on. Well, there was one other big sale in there before we get to that. The really big one. There was a Fantastic Four #1 that broke records for Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, no,
that one sold for $1.5 million.
That's crazy.
And then a Dark Knight Returns 9.8 sold for $264,000. That's insane. But now let's get to the big book. Oh my God. The biggest book ever sold up to this point blows my mind. It's an Amazing Fantasy 15. It sold for $3.6 million.
Does that blow your mind, really?
Yes, because of how new it is compared to the other big books.
Okay, fair enough.
So you compare that to a Detective 27, a Batman 1, a Superman 1, or a Action Comics 1.
Yeah.
And you would think, because those books are over 80 years old, that because there is a 9.2 Action Comics 1 out there. You would think that and that was the last one that sold, and it sold for like 3.2 million, but that was been a few years. So if that one came up for auction again, it would blow the Superman out of the water. I guarantee this thing would probably hit $7-8 million. But so as of before this week, the highest selling comic ever was a 9.6 Amazing Fantasy #15, sold for $3.6 million. Okay, a little perspective on that. In the same auction, there was a 9.4, sold for like $360,000. Yeah, a 9.4 to a 9.6, because there's only 3 9.6s in existence.
Oh my gosh.
Made that book 10 times more valuable. Okay? So what sold this week?
So, Superman
#1
sold for just over $5 million.
And what's insane is this wasn't even a 9. It was an 8.0.
It was an 8.0.
Yeah. So it is a pedigree. So that also makes it different.
I think that is what pushed it over the
Comics have always, had value to them, but there's always been back in the day, people didn't know like how valuable comics could be. Okay, and then in the 1970s. Mile High Comics, Chuck Krasinski, bought a collection. This collection is now called it's either called the Church Collection or the Mile High Collection. It goes by either name. The guy that sold the collection to him was, his last name was Church. And so he sells this Church Collection to Mile High Comics. And Chuck Krasinski basically started like jacking up the prices on these comics because he knew how rare like an Action Comics 1, which was in this collection. And so he started selling these books, and that's how he was able to build his empire. I mean, everybody knows Mile High Comics. It's the largest comic book store in the entire country. One of these days, I want to go to Denver to see it. Pretty cool. This was the Action Comics from that collection. So not only is this not Action Comics, Superman 1 from that collection. Sorry. Yeah. Not only is this a Superman 1, but this is a famous Superman 1 that came from the Church Collection. That Chuck Krasinski sold to help build his Mile High empire, so it has a lot of pedigree behind it. The 5.1 definitely makes sense. I mean, it's a cool thing.
I don't know. The person who made that purchase wants to remain anonymous.
They usually do.
If you're watching this person, I want to be your friend.
So what's crazy is those big books that sell for that. Those people don't read comic books. They're the people that buy art. I mean,
they're just collectors, man.
They're buying it as an
Great.
investment.
Yeah.
They're 100% buying it as an investment.
And that's
And he
not a
might
bad
be a Superman fan. He might be a Superman
I would
fan.
hope so.
I would really hope so.
that you,
But there's also a chance that the guy's just buying it as an investment. Or it could be a group that bought it. I mean, who knows?
And we'll
because they
never-
remain anonymous,
we
we
will
never know.
Yep, it could have been you. It could have been like it could have literally been like you could be standing right next to that person and never even know it. So crazy, literally record-breaking sales.
If you
That
had,
was
let's say that
shattering.
you are a high millionaire, 100 million,
I'm
somewhere
up
in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like this idea. I like
Yeah,
where this is
it's
going.
pretty nice, right?
Keep talking.
Would you throw $5.1 million away on a comic book?
Yeah, because I don't see it as throwing it away. Like we just said, it's an
investment. It's
Like,
absolutely an investment.
because it has only continued to go up,
It has.
and it
Absolutely.
will only continue to. I mean, think about when it's 180 years old instead of just 80. You know what I mean? Like that's
Also, there's quite a few Superman ones out there. I mean, I say quite a few. There's not a lot. There's not,
Yeah.
but they're out there.
Yeah.
There's only one Church Collection, pedigree, 8.0 graded Superman 1.
Yeah.
So
I would, and I don't think I would do Superman. I would probably do, a detective comic. I would probably do something Batman related, or maybe even
I
Spider-Man.
have a friend that just bought a Batman 1 not that long ago.
Really.
Yeah, I got to hold it. Did I ever tell you about that?
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so it was a
amazing.
0.5
Mm,
because it was missing the back cover. He knows who has the back cover,
no way.
and he thought about like messaging the guy and then getting it like reattached and then regraded. I don't know if he'll ever do that, but yeah, no. So it's funny because he was in the process of buying it when that Batman 1 sold for like $2 million, and
Jeez, man.
when these books sell for that, every grade goes up. So it's
All
like
of it, yeah.
this sells for this, so all of these start bumping up, and
Yep.
0.5 right now sells for about $80,000, and he did not pay anywhere close to that. And he was so worried that that 2 whatever million dollar one that sold was going to just completely screw him out of getting the. Yeah.
Now, the rising tide rises all ships.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
that's so now every Superman book. Whoop.
Oh,
So yeah. So crazy sales. Next, in comic news, we have that the supposed release date for the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer is April 18th.
Okay.
Take that with a grain of salt, fam. I mean, you just don't. I mean,
I think
yeah,
the
no.
play is to hold out till May the 5th. Is it the Doctor Strange?
May 6th.
May 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the play is they should wait till May the 6th and release it with the movie.
I think,
But I mean, people are clamoring for it.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen?
and we're just
But
getting
it's not that
so
far off
close
from it.
to the. Yeah, we're getting. Yeah, it's somewhere. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It's in there somewhere.
They released the trailer for Spider-Man like a month before that came out.
That was, that was not okay, man. That was just not okay. I'm still salty.
They had a lot of editing to do to make that
Yeah.
trailer
Oh my
hide all the
God,
stuff
man.
that
Yeah.
they didn't want us to see in it.
Just
so.
ridiculous. But then the next thing that almost really kind of coincides with that is that the Batman is going to be released on streaming HBO Max on the same supposed date, April 18th. So, and they're going to continue running it in theaters. I think that part's pretty interesting.
That
They're
is
going to keep
interesting.
trying to milk that cow
Yeah.
while being like, "Hey, watch it at home." I think that's kind of weird play, but
I
hey,
definitely feel that that's a movie that I would enjoy more at home.
Yeah.
First off, I wouldn't have buttholes falling asleep.
that's right. Yep. And you just get
snoring
to
and
have your
bringing
own
the
personal
kid.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yep.
can sit on my couch. I can pay $1 for a bag of popcorn
There you
instead
go.
of $30 for a.
I mean, you can get a
bucket
box
of
of like
popcorn.
24 bags for like $5.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And I can
So-
melt my own butter and pour it on there, and
There you go.
and then soda. I can go get a soda, and then
2 liter for like
yeah,
$1.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
And then, let's say that my cup empties. I can pause the movie and walk into the kitchen and get some more soda.
refill it for free,
Yeah, for free.
and then go back and.
This was a 3-hour-long movie, guys.
It's gonna be a magical experience for you. I'm really happy for you that you'll get to experience it that way. On
Oh,
on
I don't know
April
if I'm gonna
18th.
watch
There
it
you
again,
go.
but if I do, I'm gonna enjoy
I
it a lot
mean,
more.
I
the
hope you
second
do
time.
just so that you can get a better experience. You know?
That means I have to convince my wife, though.
That's true.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
hard.
that's
gonna
always
be
the hard part. But then after that, we have there was an interview with Paul Bettany, the man who plays Vision in the MCU. He was in an interview where he was asked if he was asked point blank, "Are you in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness movie?" And his response was, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty close in the ballpark. his response was, "Am I in Doctor Strange 2? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I don't know. Maybe, probably not. I don't know."
So this movie's supposed to be the direct follow-up to WandaVision.
My God,
I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be in it.
You know, and they're saying that the White Vision, the one who flew off in the end of WandaVision. So apparently, you know, that's what people are specking hard on. Oh, speaking of,
I have one. Yeah.
White Vision, right there.
$70. Yeah.
Get you some. Hey, there you go.
$70, and we're having a half-off sale here very, very soon.
That's right, May 7th. Free comic book day.
Free comic book day.
Beautiful.
Free comic book day. You like my free comic book day?
Even wearing this shirt? Wow,
yeah.
Shameless plug, dude.
Yeah, Tyler Kirkham. I didn't even think of
that.
that we were recording this today, and I didn't
That's
do
awesome.
this on purpose. But yeah, no, just got him this week. I make everybody in the store wear the free comic book day.
Yo, that Tyler Kirkham Invincible variant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were just talking about that yesterday,
man.
Yeah. No, this is Tyler Kirkham is doing the key art for this year's free comic book day, and
that's awesome.
The last year was Scotty Young, and I was very excited about those. Yeah.
Very
But
nice.
yeah, no, I mean the shirt's cool.
Yeah, no, it's dope. I like it.
It was free comic book day.
I mean, yeah, can't hate it. Yeah. The last bit of comic news, totally forgot. I don't know if we have some Warrior Nun fans out there.
Oh God.
Yo,
I've never read or seen Warrior Nun.
Oh man, the Warrior Nun show on Netflix, great show, very enjoyable. Season 1, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a fan, so much so that I even tried to get my hands on some reading material. But
it's not easy to find, is it?
It really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, who was it? Thing? No, it was an indie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Off the top of my head, but
I don't know much about her.
Apparently, so season 2 has been confirmed, and also news is kind of creeping around that they are going to be either doing trailers or a release of it very soon, which I am very excited about. I actually am now re-watching season 1. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it and you like, holy ass whooping, I mean, that is the show right there, man. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so if you're a fan of that, get excited.
Press.
What?
Antarctic Press.
Oh man, those guys are amazing.
Could you name another comic from Antarctic Press? Yeah, right.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I was so when I'm ordering comics,
I love it.
I always see Antarctic Press and I go. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
If you're badooping through there and you see Warrior Nun, please click on that and then badoop past that. So yeah, get excited, Warrior Nun fans. Season 2 should be hopefully right around the corner.
Do you know what Warrior Nun's first appearance was? Ninja High School number 37. Yeah, you might.
Maybe that's going to go up. The price on that will probably skyrocket when season 2 drops. Pretty dope. So next, let's touch real quick on some stuff that we read this past week that we were kind of really digging and that we should recommend to the comic fam. I'll start off. I found here actually at the shop. I found this random
$40
little
book.
Fire. Yo, and you know it's gonna go up when season 2 gets announced, man. Hey, that's awesome. I read a book called Insects, and that's like insects with the word sex in it. It was kind of weird, and that was really the reason that it caught my eyes, because it was written so boldly inside of the title. I was like, what is this? And I opened it up, and it was a very graphic book in every sense of the word.
Just saying.
And I read the whole thing. It was like 13 issues.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, looks weird.
About as weird as you would expect it to be. It's a book about this like lesbian couple who are bugs but people, hybrid. They can like turn and like do crazy stuff, and they're like trying to like I don't even really, I don't know. There was like monster fights and like werewolves and like it's so hard to explain this book, but
you're making me want to read it right now.
It
so bad.
kind of starts you in this weird place where it just kind of drops you right into like the middle of the story. Like one of them has a husband and it's like a bad marriage, and so they like get rid of him, and then they're like, oh, now we're free.
Wait,
and then there's like
get rid of them?
Oh, get rid of them. Oh yeah, like
okay. Oh, okay.
And then there was a lot of twists and turns and some weird
There's tits in it, right?
stuff. Lots of those,
Okay.
yeah. Honestly, those were definitely the highlights, but the story was weird enough that you just kind of kept turning pages, and the next thing you know, it was over. There was only 13 issues, but I liked it.
Yeah,
it wasn't horrible for an out there indie book, or I didn't hate it. So if you guys are looking for some weird bug hot chick action, insects is a very interesting book. What did you read this week, Warren? What was
I've read a few books this week.
Okay.
One of my favorite books this week, it's a new Image title.
Okay.
It's written by Steve Giles and drawn by Simon Kudansky, who was my favorite artist on Spawn. Love Greg Capullo.
Oh yeah, you were talking. Yeah, you were.
It was called a Town Called Terror, and I didn't know what I was going to think of it.
Okay.
But I mean, Simon Kudansky's art is it's gorgeous.
Is it?
Yeah, like going from Greg Capullo's art to his was just like, whoa, what happened here? And I really liked it. It's definitely got like kind of more realistic feel, less comic booky feel to it.
Okay.
And I loved it. It was a very good story. I'd like to see where it goes. There's not a ton of dialogue in it. It was definitely very much driven by the art. But Steve Giles does a lot of like horror stuff. So so I think that's going to be fun. The other thing that I read,
I'm sorry,
Town Called Terror. Yeah,
Town Called Terror. Okay.
The other thing that I read, it was so stupid. I loved it so much.
Was it a book about Kite Man, dude?
It was not.
That's
it
a
was
shame.
X-Men 92, House of 92.
Okay.
Okay. So they released X-Men 92. There have been two. This is the third volume of X-Men 92. I can't talk.
Okay.
What it is, the original two volumes were like a follow-up from the 1990s X-Men cartoon. But,
okay.
like, so they have like the 90s looks to them, the costumes and stuff like that, like the cover of it. Professor X is in the hover chair, the yellow hover chair and all that stuff, right?
Dope.
This one is that, but it's set in Krakoa. And so, have you read like House of X, Powers of 10?
You were talking about this. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay. So, like when they blow up like the Orcus thing.
Speaking of House of X.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Nice tie-in.
Yeah.
So, in the House of
like and subscribe.
So, all of the X-Men kind of run together for me, so you might have to help me here. But it was in House of X where they go to the Orcus thing, they blow it up, and
then they all die and get reincarnated.
They die and get reincarnated. That happened in House of X, right? Yeah. Okay. So this tells that story, but way cartoony. It was awesome. I loved it.
I thought that scene was pretty serious, so to see it kind of like more.
Oh yeah.
Funsy. Yeah.
Out in space. Remember how the Orcus thing was? There was definitely like the kind of head there.
Yeah, the Sentinel head. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sentinel head. It has like a cartoony looking master mold in the middle of it, and then the ring around it, and like it's Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey, Rogue, and Gambit are going in there, and Gambit decides to charge up a whole Sentinel. It blows a hole up and kills most of them, and then like Wolverine just goes and like claws Bolivar Trask, and like it was nuts.
Okay.
And
all right,
there's a twist.
Ooh.
So you know how in House of X, Powers of 10, Moira McTaggart was the one that had the multiple lives, and every time she died, she came back. And this one, it is not Moira McTaggart.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that like that. So you have to read it to
it's gonna
find
hit
out.
you with a cliffhanger. Now you have to check it out.
It was awesome because they keep talking about how like this person dying is what motivated them to fight against Orcus and stuff like that, and create the island of Krakoa. And
okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Now you got me. Okay, now you got me interested.
It is
in
not who you would expect at all.
All right, so there you go.
If
guys.
you want to
There's
find
some
out
good,
after, I'll
I'm about to say
I'll let them
get that info from me. There's some good reads for you guys if you want to check some interesting stuff out. There you go. Let's talk finally. Moonknight episode 2. Man, this show is good, man. I know you weren't digging it, and that's okay. I'm excited to hear your. Yeah, here we go.
The first episode was excellent.
Fire.
I loved how the first episode went.
Yeah.
I loved how they're telling the story. We're finding out about what's his name? Not Mark. Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Steven with a V. We're finding out about his life. Every time Mark takes over, it just blinks out. We get him
that.
talking to Mark in the mirror at the end, and then we get Moonknight. Boom, boom, boom. End of episode. Cool. Now let me see Moonknight. How much Moonknight do we see in episode 2?
It gave you the same amount.
It gave you the same amount.
Right,
of Moonknight.
right there at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, technically a little bit more.
There's a little bit
There's
more.
a handful of minutes more, but it was the same setup. It was.
I really felt that episode 2 was a rehash of episode 1. Like, we're still just finding out about him. And it's like, no, I'm ready for Moonknight.
Character study, man.
I want Moonknight. So, I was not as impressed with the second episode as I was with the first episode.
So, I actually just rewatched episode 2 today. Just to so that I could be super fresh on, on everything.
That's
Oh, that's the one. Oh, okay. Okay, wow. So, for me, I mean, you didn't like that it was a rehash of episode 1. I loved that because I thought episode 1 was perfect. Really,
so, I just watched episode 1. I don't want to watch episode 1 again. I'm ready for progression.
I'm good. They're progressing. There's
very, very slowly.
It's 6 episodes. It's
so
contained.
episode 1, he's talking to the wife on the phone. Blah 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 blah. Episode 2, we do meet the wife, but I feel like that and that other conversation were literally the same thing. I didn't need that.
I really like the horror aspects that they're putting into the first 2 episodes. In the first one, we had the elevator scene.
Yeah.
In the hallway, and in the second one, we have the storage unit.
Yeah.
Hall scene.
And that was super creepy.
I'm
super
really
creepy.
digging those little elements that they're putting in.
But I feel
those
we're
really
we're
cool.
getting little gems mixed in with poo-poo.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, I'm loving the twists and turns. He wakes up. It picks up right up after the last episode. He wakes up in bed and he thinks it's all a dream.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the museum, and the part where he's talking to the security guy.
Yeah.
Dude, it was yeah, oi, bro. Like,
oi, bro.
It's like MI6 bonkers, bro. Like, dude, he was killing me, dude. He's like, it's gonna melt your brain. Are you ready? He's like, roll the tape. And then looks at
literally nothing. Yeah,
dude.
Now
I love Oscar Isaac's little British thing, dude. He is killing me, bro.
It was good. It was good. And then when he walks
man.
out and is looking at the camera, that was
dude. I love
100% Mark Spector.
I love how you can tell whether it's Steven or Mark just by looking at Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Like, man, like just the face, dude.
Yeah.
It says it all.
I have thought since they announced the casting of Oscar Isaac that he was going to be a good fit for Moonknight. I think he's perfect.
You know who else that rumors were going around for that role?
Who?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I wouldn't have watched the show.
Really?
Oh, I can't stand Shia
I would have
LaBeouf.
watched. You don't like Shia LaBeouf?
No.
I would have watched Shia LaBeouf.
He ruined Indiana Jones for me.
Really?
Oh, I hated that movie.
I've never been
so
a big
bad.
Indiana Jones fan, so
I
for me,
love the original
I
three
don't.
movies.
Yeah,
I hated Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It was so bad. That I hated the Transformers movies.
I gave up after the third one. It's like, dude, it's just like Fast and the Furious.
I gave up after the first one.
After the third one, I was out. Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
So I
stuck
watched the
around to
first
the third
one.
one and I was out.
I love Transformers. I'm a huge Transformers cartoon fan. When I talk about Transformers the movie, I'm talking about the animated movie from 1986.
Classic.
Love that movie.
Jeez.
Or 88,
That's old
86,
school.
88,
Super
somewhere
old
in there. So I tried the first one. I hated it. Vowed to never watch another Michael Bay Transformers movie.
Okay.
Years and years and years later, like long after second one, third one, I don't know how many were out at this point.
So many.
There were.
I can't do that.
I went to California and I was going to BlizzCon, and I had a friend in my guild in World of Warcraft that worked for CBS. He was a software engineer, and basically he was the guy that calculated royalties for people as they appeared in like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Well, apparently he got a whole bunch of free crap from CBS all the time, and one of it was a Transformers 2. So we're hanging out before BlizzCon. He takes me to an In-N-Out burger.
Nice. You don't like In-N-Out burger?
No.
Really?
No.
Why? What's just a burger, Joey?
We'll get into that later.
Okay. Hot takes, dude. I love
hot
it.
takes. But
that's why you come here, comic fam.
let me tell you, Whataburger
fire.
Whataburger is so much better than In-N-Out Burger, than any other fast food burger. Tell me another fast food burger that's better than Whataburger. If they don't screw up your order, they screw up my order a lot.
Dude, that's such a you can't even. That's like saying what's your favorite pizza? Like that's such a broad.
There is no reason that McDonald's
Yeah,
can't
it's
make
fair.
that quality of burger. There's no reason.
Yeah, but they're not going. to.
Now I've worked at Whataburger. I know how Whataburger operates. I know why Whataburger's burgers are so good. They put crack in it. But
Ancient secrets.
when you hear like never frozen, like their burgers are never frozen, so it doesn't get that like chewiness that like other burger places kind of have. So the burgers come in a semi-frozen state, but they're not fully frozen. Like you pick them up and they wiggle.
Okay.
And then they're kept at 40 degrees. 40 degrees, and so they never, they're refrigerated, but they never frozen. So
Maintain
it
that
helps
freshness.
It helps it. Well, we're getting way off topic here.
Bro, burgers are fire.
I love
Yeah, back to
burgers.
Oscar Isaac. We don't like Shia LaBeouf apparently, and that's okay. He's not for everybody. But I would have watched Shia LaBeouf play.
The guy gave me
Oscar
a copy of the second Transformers movie. So okay, he gives that to me. This is like 2010. Okay, 3 or 4 years later, I finally put the movie in my DVD player and I watch it. Absolutely hated it again. I'm like, why did I do this to myself? These Transformers movies are terrible.
God,
Michael
dude.
Bay is a terrible director.
That is
These
hilarious.
movies suck.
That's
So I've never watched another Transformers movie other than those two.
If Oscar Isaac played the main dude in a Transformers movie and Michael Bay didn't direct it, would you watch it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, all right. Well, kicking back into where we were, Moon Knight, then, I like, we were talking about this off camera, Ethan Hawke as Harrow. I personally think he does cult leader vibe really well. Because he's weird and like quiet and ominous and just kind of like, he's not like big and intimidating, but you know that he's just an evil SOB.
Sure.
Like that's I dig that. I don't think he's not overplaying the role. He's like just being really minimalist about it.
He is also so boring to watch.
I mean, it's he's just and I think that's why he's boring is because there's no action on his. There's, you know what I mean? He's
killing people by like putting a cane between
his
them.
swinging cane and his little scale on his wrist. I mean,
he's not murdering people or whatever. I think Ethan Hawke's character Harrow is not very harrowing.
I really liked the conversation that because they meet up or they kidnap him basically. They kidnap Stephen Grant. And Harrow's like, so, you could totally help me. You don't have to listen to Khonshu, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, Amit judges people right off the bat. Amit can see the past, present, future, and she judges them on the spot. And Stephen Grant is like, well, what about babies? Like, do you just, like, off babies just because they might do something 30 years into the future? And he's like, I kind of draw the line at baby murder, so he actually says like child murder or baby murder or something. He's like, he just kind of gets up from the table. He's like, so I don't have the scarab, and I'm just gonna and then Layla shows up with the scarab because why?
I was lost on that too.
Yeah, that part.
Why did she show up?
How are you?
She has the one thing that they want,
and you're gonna
and
show up.
She shows up.
That part.
Why
was
not
super
stash
weird.
it?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
You stash it first, and then you go help Mark.
I assumed she was going to try to make some kind of power play move or something, but it all went to crap.
So, it's not like this thing has, like, special powers on its own. All it does is help find the Tomb of Ammit,
Tomb of Ammit, yep.
And they're in England. They're way far away from Cairo, where the Tomb of Ammit is. And they
it
know
was
that the Tomb of Ammit is in Egypt somewhere, right?
Yep.
Stash it!
I know.
I guess
that was a weird part for me. I will agree with that.
It doesn't advance the plot.
If they stash it, there's no, But then, old boring Ethan Hawke summons another one of those, which I guess he has an unending army of these things that he could just pull up out of the floor. Yeah. And then that's when the last bit of that'd be pretty cool.
I would stick one on you right now.
That'd be... you know what I would do?
Would you turn into Moonknight?
I would have to pull up, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name is Steven with a B. Like, dude, he's killing me, dude. I love that whole sequence.
We did
with
find out
Stephen
who
Grant and
Mr. Knight is.
I
yeah.
love that, dude. I thought
So Mr. Knight is Steven trying to be
Moon Knight. I thought it's really cool that they paired those two up to have all four personalities. That to me was really cool. I think
4
the
or 5
whole
personalities. But...
I think the whole like other people can't see the Jackal thing is weird.
That is weird.
I don't get that part, and I don't really. I'm sure
he's just like.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're using that to play into like, oh, he's crazy, or but and then like the onlookers are like, oh, he's just a fancy drunk, ha ha ha, like. And I would rather just everyone be able to see it and like let's get down to business and throw down. Yeah. But I loved Stephen Grant as Mr. Knight, and he's like, oh, well, I do look rather good, and I love how he's having the conversation with Mark, who is in the Mr. Knight costume as well. And he's like, Stephen, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this, mate. Like, dude, the back and forths are so good. He was like, yeah, she said some in the suit. He's like, yeah, the protective armor of Khonshu, not a dinner suit. He's like, oh, I do look rather good though, you know. And then starts getting pummeled by a jackal. Yeah, that was so great, dude. I really like the action scene there. His little float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name is Steven with a V. And then tease off on this jackal, and then Mark Spector finally takes over as the actual Moon Knight. Dude, he's cool. He's fun.
And apparently they drop the scarab, the thing that they're supposed to be.
Yeah, like right off the bat. It just
drops it in the road.
Immediately, gone. So, but dude, the way he offed that jackal though, sliding down the roof and then onto.
That's pretty sick.
Yo, if you're not watching Moon Knight, what are you doing?
When Moon Knight is on the screen, the show picks up, and it is very good.
You know, it's fun. Okay, so as of right now, episode 3 is already out. We've both seen it.
Yeah.
I disagree with episode 3. I don't think Moon Knight was that good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about that next
week.
You
gotta be here for that. But
I feel you on that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. I'm glad that. Okay. Yeah. But overall, I'm still loving the show. I like where it's going. I can't wait to see more. I'm really digging when Moon Knight is on screen, but I agree. I do wish there was more of it, but I can't be upset about what we're getting because it's, the horror elements, the comedy with Stephen Grant and the back and forth with him and Mark Spector, the Moon Knight action. It's fire. Guys, let us know what you think in the comment, and also don't forget to comment X-Men down in the comment section, okay, to get your hands on a 9.6 House of X number 3, 1 in 100 virgin, okay? Let's talk about comics. Yeah. Let's talk about comics that came out, guys. Here's what we got going on.
So coming out next week, we have World's Finest number 2. So this is Mark Waid. Can't think of the writer. Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Love Dan Mora's art. He's the guy that does the art for Once and Future.
Ooh, yeah, nice. I still need to get. Gorgeous. You can't order that slipcover collected edition.
I thought we looked at that.
We did, but it wasn't. I don't believe it was available. Otherwise,
was it not?
I probably already have it.
Probably. I'll check. We'll
look into that again. Yeah.
So the first issue of this was very good. I enjoyed it. So issue 2 is out this week, and I'm not even that big of a Batman fan, but I like this. Then there's Batman the Night number 4. This is the Chip Zdarsky origin story of Batman retelling. So that's gonna be awesome. One of my favorite books out right now is Nice House on the Lake. This is issue 8 of 12.
Who's writing that?
James Tynion.
Okay, Tiny Onion. Oh, Jimmy T.
Onion.
Let's go, dude.
So that one's I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to read it.
Real quick, speaking of Jimmy T and Tiny Onion, his Substack, guys, if you don't know about this, his Substack has a really cool tier where if you buy this tier, you get like a membership card.
Oh yeah,
that you can use at conventions to get free signatures and stuff.
Oh, that's sick,
dude! So dope. It's like a dope little like black card.
So
and you get like first looks at like exclusive covers and stuff.
Here's my problem with Substack. Like all of these artists and writers are going to Substack.
I know.
And you have to subscribe to each one of them.
You gotta just pick your favorites.
Oh man, that's so hard to do. Like who do I like? Honestly, if I were to choose, if I were to subscribe to one, my number one top one would be the oh my god, I do this so much, I just blank out on names. X-Men.
Who? What?
X-Men writer. Jonathan Hickman. Yes.
What?
I can't believe
Apparently,
they literally just a hole in my brain.
Apparently, he's got a lot going on.
His 3 World 3 Moons. I subscribe to the newsletter. I haven't subscribed to the Substack. Oh my god, so far, like the people he has working on it,
Yeah.
it sounds amazing.
They're out there doing
I
stuff.
definitely
man.
want to check that one out. Scott Snyder has one. James Tinian has
Donnie
one.
Cates has
Donnie
one.
Cates has one.
Dude,
I mean,
yeah,
everybody has one now, and they're all like $7.99 a month
yeah.
or something like that.
But I thought of Jimmy T, and I just saw that little, that card that you can use to get like free signatures.
pretty
I was like, that's
That is
dope,
pretty sick.
dude. Yeah. So throwing that out there, guys, in case you're interested, go check that out on Substack.
So yeah, DC has a bunch of stuff coming out, but nothing big.
Okay.
Marvel has a very small week.
Really? Okay.
There's only 7 titles coming out this week. So
Wow.
we get Avengers 55. We get Captain America 0. This is new Captain America. So the 0 is the start of it, and it's going to actually split into 2 different series. One focusing on Sam Wilson, the other one focusing on Steve Rogers. And it's Captain America Sentinel of Liberty is the Steve Rogers, and Captain America Symbol of Truth will be the Sam Wilson one. So
Okay.
then there's Doctor Strange Nexus of Nightmares. So this is just a little one shot. It's written by Ralph Macchio, who's like an editor at Marvel.
Okay.
It is not the Karate Kid Ralph Macchio.
Okay. I was gonna say, why does Machio sound familiar? Okay, got it. Cool.
The Macchios are spelled differently. But,
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not a big fan of his writing. We'll see. Then we have Hulk, number 6.
Dude, I just read Hulk 5 today.
Yeah, I've got 6 already. I get to read it
Dude.
tonight.
I mean,
So-
know how it is, man.
This is the
Hulk by Donnie Cates is
It's been awesome. So this is
chef's
the
kiss good, dude.
final part of Smastronaut,
I'm excited after how the last one ended.
and it's the first appearance of Titan.
Oh yeah, that's right. The creepy monster in that background.
Yeah.
Hey.
We got
First
Shang-Chi
appearance
11.
Friday. No, it's Monday when this is dropping. Come on.
We get the
Oh,
new
shoot.
Spider-Gwen, Spider-Verse number 2. The first
Okay.
issue is very good. It's just Gwen Stacy's throughout the multiverse becoming different heroes.
Dope.
Right?
Okay. Cool.
And then Wolverine number 20. So this is the first issue following 10 Lives and 10 Deaths of Wolverine.
Cool.
So,
Love
let's check out the indie stuff. I do not have the indie stuff yet, so I'm not sure what's in there.
Oh, hey, speaking of indie stuff, Tom, I just giving you a heads up because I know you hate to order it. Todd McFarlane is doing a blank cover for Spawn
329. Yep. Do you want one? Because
Yes,
I
of
zeroed
course.
it out and I didn't order any. So
please,
okay,
thank
I'll
you.
get you one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I had to because I had 15 of the A cover and 10 of the B cover, which was the blank cover. There's also a C cover coming out, so I moved up the 10 from the B cover to the C cover.
Okay,
And
yeah,
I'll
I
throw
would
one on there
love
for you.
at least one of those. Yeah,
Just
that'd
one?
be-
Do you want 2?
I'll do 2.
You'll do 2? Okay,
I'll do
get
2.
you 2.
Yeah, I'm literally amassing just a stack of blank covers, man. I'm really excited to do some really cool stuff with those guys. Stuff we could do for giveaways and stuff. I got ideas.
You gonna draw on them?
I got plans. Me? Yep. You know what's funny? I actually do draw.
I do? Okay,
I actually have
know.
an art. Yeah, no, I actually took so much so that I took art class in college.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I haven't really done.
I literally
a
can't
bunch
draw a
since
stick
college.
figure.
So yeah.
I
no,
would
but,
I would start drawing a stick figure and it ended up broken somehow. Like I
Like,
cannot draw.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even look human.
That's fun.
I cannot draw. Wow, somebody's cool.
I'm jealous. Man. Oh, more blank covers.
Oh, that's just comic shop news. That's not.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. That is not something you want. I promise
Nothing
you
else
that.
not coming out. Look at that.
Ice Cream Man 29. That's been a weird series.
I really can't wait for that to. I need a big collection. I want to read that. I hear crazy things about Ice Cream Man.
You know, I bought an issue 1.
I
Just off the cuff, like
Just
it
to
wasn't
see what it's
something,
all about, yeah.
that I would normally buy, but I'd heard good things about it. I bought number 1, and then I didn't buy 2, 3, 4. I ended up reading them online. It is a weird series.
yeah.
Man, I definitely lucked out getting that number 1 because those are very
Hot.
expensive now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
wow, yeah, no, there is like indie books. There is nothing big coming out this week. So
It's gonna be like that sometimes.
the reason there's no big books coming out, and there's not much Marvel coming out this week, is because Free Comic Book Day is coming.
Oh,
So
they're saving up for that, I guess.
it's not that they're saving up; it's that they have to spend all of their printer allotment.
Going
Printing.
To those
So,
books.
like, I ordered
Ah.
1,000 copies of Avengers, X-Men, Eternals, Free Comic Book Day, which I already have in the store and I've already read. It's very nice. It's very cool.
Check it out. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't
Wow.
even come until May the 7th, but
Jeez, man.
I've got to
See,
read it.
You
And I got the
you
1 in
get these
1000
little-
cover that we're gonna sell for $250.
Wow.
Peach Momoko.
Dude,
A virgin
her,
Peach Momoko
her work,
cover.
man, is she's on point.
it's pretty
She
cool.
does good work,
pretty
man.
cool.
Yeah, okay, good for her.
So we're gonna have that for $250. So
That's dope.
yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, no, I've already got most of my free comic book day stuff in. I don't have any of my DC yet. I'm missing
Okay.
the Spider-Man Marvel book that's not in yet. So
I love it.
so basically, what they do is somebody jamming out there.
Yeah, so he's just rocking, man.
Yeah.
Living their best life, man.
I guess so. They only have so much printer allotment right now, especially
Yeah.
with the paper
Paper
shortage.
yep.
And
That's a damn
but
shame.
this happens every year around Free Comic Book Day.
Surprise me.
They're just printing so many of the free comic book that they just don't have the time to print all these other books.
Yeah.
So they have some pretty short weeks.
It's small.
There's
yeah.
not a lot coming out, and especially these smaller publishers, they have to pay for every one of these books. Like I have to pay for every one of these books to bring them into the store. They cost me usually about $0.25 each.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So
Adds up, man. Yeah.
yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
I mean, these smaller companies just they're putting all of it into these the Free Comic Book Day, because I mean this is
makes sense.
what drives their business for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
last 2 years where we haven't really had a traditional Free Comic Book Day. Oh, that dude's carrying a guitar. He was actually jamming over there. That's sick. Sorry, guys.
We should have brought him in and got him on the
Yeah,
show.
I know, right?
Where
Sorry,
else can you
guys.
get
I'm
that
getting a
kind of
little distracted
content,
here.
man?
Like,
That's
I
good.
just hear somebody jamming on a guitar, and I look, and there's
Dude,
dudes
he's
walking with a
legit
guitar
on
over
a
there.
guitar right now. Wow, I love it.
Just chilling out. Like, there's no guitar, there's no music thing
Just-
here in this shopping center.
It's happening.
That's nuts.
I love it. That's great.
What was I saying?
Free comic book
Free
day.
Comic Book Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
so,
crazy.
the last 2 years, like 2 years ago, they didn't have a Free Comic Book Day, but they had already printed all the stuff, so they ended up just during the summer. It's just the year of COVID. They ended up just sending it to the stores, like a little bit at a time each week, and so it was a summer free comic book summer. That's what it was. And
boy.
so we just throw them up on the shelf, and nobody took them. Like it was terrible. It probably really wrecked a lot of smaller companies because they printed all these books and they didn't do Free Comic Book Day last year, because Free Comic Book Day has always been the first Saturday in May. They moved it to August, September, somewhere like way later in the year. And these comic book companies, this is supposed to be like how they get people hooked on their books for the rest of the year, right? And it
Missed the
didn't
train on that
Missed
one.
the train.
Yeah.
So this is actually the first Free Comic Book Day back, first Saturday in May in 3 years. So very exciting. We've ordered a lot. We're gonna have a lot for everybody. I've got lots of kids books. I've got lots of adult books.
I'm excited, man.
Me too.
I'm trying to come in here and get in on some deals. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty excited.
A lot of the times, the Free Comic Book Day, like Marvel books, are really just previews of books that are coming out. Sometimes they have new stuff. Sometimes they don't. It depends. Like last year's were pretty boring.
Yeah.
This
But like you
one-
said, this is the first one coming back where it's like it's on like Donkey Kong.
Oh, they're not playing around.
That's what's up.
So the one that I have right now, it has the beginning of the Avengers X-Men Eternal storyline. That's the first story in there.
Okay.
Then there's a second story which introduces the daughter of Blade. Yeah. And then there's a third story in there about Moira McTaggart.
Huh.
So,
Okay. I mean, so it's gonna be popping.
I am so excited for this book.
Huh.
I loved it. So
There you have it, comic fam. I mean, come get in on some of this free comic book day.
May the 7th.
Yeah,
May the
first
7th.
Saturday.
It's going to be in our game room over here. We're just going to have tables set up with just hundreds of thousands of comics. Thousands.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's badass, man.
Yeah. I have like 4 long boxes and I don't even have all my free comic book day stuff yet. And I already have 4 long
Jeez,
boxes
dude.
of stuff to give away.
That's awesome.
So plus we're going to have sales in the store, half off wall books, half off slabs. I decided to do that for this.
Really?
I'm doing half off the slabs, yes.
Yo, okay, that's fire.
And then we're also going to be doing 20% off all back issues. So that's my $5, $10, $15 bins. Any of my back issues, dollar books are going to be 80 cents. And all my trade paperbacks are going to be 20% off.
Guys, so what he's saying is, get your asses in here on Free Comic Book Day. I mean, come on,
Please,
that's crazy. Okay,
Get up
Wow.
here, get some free comic books. I'm going to have plenty for everybody. So yeah.
I love it. You guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. Remember, okay, episode 20, okay,
House of X number 3, 9.6.
I'm gonna go comment right now. Excellent.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Random
Can I
selection. It's good. Random. Go, whatever. Go for it. So, 1 in 100 virgin cover. House of X number 3, 9.6. Guys, gift for you. Okay? Comment X-Men down below. Okay?
Not
for your chance to
X-Man,
win.
not X-Force.
X-Men.
Not X-Factor.
M-E-N. X-Men.
Don't put Hulk.
Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Superman would totally out of it. Don't.
You know, I'm going to pick if someone puts Superman, I'm going to pick them. Specifically.
It's supposed to be random.
So,
You
thank
heard
you
it.
guys. As always, we will see you next week.